We also heard that Meta is planning to cut 5% of the lowest performers faster than it would do normally. As reported by the BBC, quote, in a memo to staff, boss Mark Zuckerberg has said he's made a decision to speed up the firm's regularly scheduled performance-based cuts as it's going to be an intense year, end quote. Meta employs currently about 72,000 people globally. Mark does claim that, quote, this is going to be an intense year and I want to make sure we have our best people in the teams, he wrote. The more that comes off the heels of big decisions as Mark Zuckerberg includes to move the end to the company's fact-checking and diversification programs, as we already reported earlier in this show. The last big cut that Meta made was back in 2023 when the company cut around 10,000 positions as a cost-cutting drive after Mark Zuckerberg declared it was a year of efficiency. And this also comes in when he also cut 11,000 jobs in 2022. So Mark is not new to the idea of planning cuts specifically. The BBC also shared that Mark seems to be changing his own public image, likely to do with the change in the US government. As we reported last week, he feels that more masculine energy in the workplace is a good thing or a positive thing. And it's likely to do with the threats and the concerns regarding Trump saying that he was going to go after Trump, and basically because, from my understanding, his dealings or his manipulation or his input in the presidential race in 2016 specifically. So it looks like Mark Zuckerberg has kind of caved to those threats from Donald Trump as well. Also in the BBC report that we're using for the show, quote, when you're running a company, people don't want to see you being ruthless, a person and who likes the idea of crushing those who he isn't competing with, but when you're fighting, they're like, yeah, of course. I think that in some ways, seeing me competitive in sport is like, oh, that's just the real Mark. Do you personally feel that this is one of the things that it takes to run one of the largest companies in the world? Or is this actually just is it just a nature of fact? 2025, you have to cut costs, you have to keep an eye on costs, etc. Or is it, not necessarily, is it something that would happen regardless of where we are economically as a whole? In that respect, I'd love to hear what you think in the comment section down below.